She's the best baby. Like, God really blessed me with a beautiful, well-behaved baby.
On a beautiful Sunday, Kattie Layne's mom came by to pick up 14-month-old Jazmyne to go to church. She noticed part of her little face swelling up around an eye. Kattie immediately took her to the emergency room.
They thought it was a tear duct infection. They gave her antibiotics.
Kattie then took Jazmyne to her pediatrician for a follow-up. He too thought it was an infection in her tear duct, but after a week, the rest of her face continued to swell even more, and another trip to the emergency room produced devastating news.
In there that night, they done the CT scan, and the next morning, they told me that it was a tumor.
Kattie says she knew nothing about tumors. She would become an expert on them almost overnight. A biopsy confirmed the tumor was cancerous, rhabdomyosarcoma. Her beautiful little angel had brain cancer.
I was in shock, like it was almost like it wasn't real. And especially, this is my first child. I was a new mother, so it was really hard finding out that, my child had a tumor in her face.
Doctors scheduled chemotherapy immediately. With home almost an hour away and treatments needed 5 days a week, Kattie struggled to get to the doctor. She'd always heard about the Ronald McDonald House being a safe haven for parents with little patients at T.C. Thompson Children's Hospital. When someone suggested she ask about staying there for Jazmyne's hospital stays, she was hesitant at first, but the staff made her feel so welcome.
Yes, when you're going through something like this, it's really good to have a support group, to have people support you and to help you out with if you need something.
Sometimes all she needed was someone to talk to. Jazmyne was having a rough time. The chemotherapy racked her little body.
She would throw up, nauseated all the time. She wasn't as active. She wouldn't play as much.
Later, when she had to go to Nashville for radiation treatments, the rays left their mark.
And especially when she done radiation as well, that was really hard on her. It, burnt her mouth and her throat. Her face was burnt. So, she was in a lot of pain.
She endured through all of it, though, and when the treatments ended, the tumor had shrunk to almost nothing. But with that good news came bad.
They found a new tumor in her brain.
Back to Nashville for brain surgery, and the bad news just kept mounting.
And then they found a new one on the right side in the back of her brain.
Surgeries, treatments, therapies, and the pain might have slowed down even some adults, but not this little trooper.
She's been a fighter, though. She's so tough. She is so strong. All the stuff that I've seen her go through, it makes me wonder if I would be able to do what she's done.
Right now, Jazmyne is receiving treatment at T.C. Thompson Children's Hospital, while Mom stays at the Ronald McDonald House. Imagine going through life on an IV. Many adults do it all the time. Now imagine you're just a little baby. Rebecca Sutton is one of Jazmyne's caregivers. She gives her IV therapy regularly.
She's on a continuous IV infusion, and that requires monitoring. So we see her 2 to 3 times a week to monitor how much medication she's using.
The visits determine how much medication she receives and whether it needs to be changed. Rebecca says it's wonderful being able to treat Jazmyne at the Ronald McDonald House.
And sometimes I'll walk in the door and they'll go, "Oh, we're so glad that you're here," because she hasn't been feeling well, because they could tell right away when she's had some changes. And that's been great. It's been helpful for Kattie to have a verification of when she thinks that she's not doing well.
By the grace of God, those times are becoming few and far between. Jazmyne is struggling to be a little girl, and right now, she's winning that fight with a little help from her friends.
Everybody here, really cares. I think everybody, has adopted Jazmyne. Everybody here loves her, and she loves everybody here.
Meanwhile, Kattie says your contributions to the house are the difference between staying in a motel miles away or staying with friends just across the street.
They will listen to you if you have any problems, any concerns, you know. So it's just great here.